Right, welcome back. Now, in a moment, we'll bring you all the headlines from the newspapers. Mamavi is already here, resplendent in something looking Houdini. Yeah. Am I right?
Yes, it is Houdini.
Yeah.
Le Creator. I hope I said that right.
Ajoyeboa?
Ajoyeboa, baby.
That's right. Yes, we can now spot an Ajoyeboa at 100 yards. Yes, we're learning. But you know what, before we get into the papers, let's quickly have a look at what's happening on the streets out there. Let's do a quick check of the traffic. And here's what's happening on the Ring Road, where I want us to begin. And that should open up in just a second. But there we go. So we've got a camera up on high looking at what's happening. And this morning, on a Friday morning, it looks like the traffic has already started to build, especially going all the way back towards Sankara and beyond. I think, have I said the right thing? Yes, going back that way. And also going back to Circle, you can see that the traffic lights are creating quite a bit of cessation of traffic there. But it's moving. It's not yet at bottleneck levels. Right, let's see what else is happening out there. And we can check out, let's see, Harbour Road perhaps would be a good place to go next. I thought these things were already open, but no, let's open it up. Harbour Road, Tema. So if you're coming into the city from Tema or beyond, this is what the massive roundabout is looking at like right now. Traffic pretty much flowing, not yet clogging up. So let's move on. Let's see what else is out there. Airport City, Bypass Road. There's a good idea. Now, here the camera shows what's happening at Airport Shell and on either sides of it. So you can see what's going on perhaps all the way back towards the Polo Grounds. And yeah, you can see behind the Marriott building, if you cast your eye back, if you squint a little bit, you'll see that the traffic is building up there. On this side of the roundabout, though, near the Airport Shell, it's not yet manic, as it can get on a Friday. All right, now let's have another look at one more, perhaps Giffard Road. Yes, now sometimes, depending on where I spent the night, I sometimes use this road on my way to work. And yeah, this morning it's looking pretty typical. So traffic in one direction, as you can well imagine, the other one's still a bit quiet, on the quiet side, but no doubt it will start to pick up as the cars going towards Burma Camp make their presence felt on this road. Let's do just one more and then we can wrap it up. And here we can look at Tetakwashi Interchange. That's the big one. So this is where you see what happens when all the traffic from Tema starts to mix in with what's happening in Accra, or the traffic from Medina and so forth. And this morning it's looking civilized, surprisingly so for this time of the morning, but no doubt it will start to pick up as time goes on. So that's it. That's what's happening with the weather. Let's have a look at the papers, Mama Vina. Which ones do you have?
I've got the Daily Graphic, the Finder, the Daily Statesman, the Observer newspaper. So these are the papers that I have just been caught up in this Imani, Aka Energy, KK Sapon. You know, yeah, that's what I've been looking at this morning.
Okay. Now, I have the Daily Guide, Ghanaian Times, Gold Street Business, the Herald, Daily Dispatch, and the Independent, not forgetting the publisher. Goodness,
all right. But before we dig into the newspapers, there's news that an Indian businessman has been kidnapped by gunmen in Kumasi in the Ashanti region. Eyewitnesses say Umpakan Chaudhry, and I do pray that I got the name right, was forcibly taken and pushed inside a vehicle around Ahojo. But let me leave the details to Erastus Asari Donko, our colleague with Love FM in Kumasi, who's joined us via phone. Erastus, good morning to you. What more do we know about this story of kidnapping?
Well, Mamavi, yesterday around 8 p.m., we had information that an Indian businessman has been abducted. And so we started nosing around, and indeed, eyewitnesses say he parked his vehicle around the Ahojo area, and I think he was buying something. And some 3 men came out of their vehicle, and they can't describe the vehicle very well, but they came to his window and notified him that there was something wrong with his vehicle. And so as soon as he opened the door to check what was it, they pulled guns at him and marched him towards their vehicle, bundled him into the vehicle and sped off. And so his brother, according to his brother, he came home, did not find him, and he started looking out for him too. He went to the various joints that he normally goes, and it was around that area that the eyewitnesses told him that his brother has been abducted. And after a frantic search yesterday evening, they found one of his phones around Tech area. And so since then, in the night, throughout the night, they've been waiting for the abductors to call and perhaps make demands. So we are yet to find out from them what kind of demands they are making now, whether they've had any hints, whether they've gotten images of their brother. But that is what we know for now, that indeed the man who is known as Chaudhry, he is 30 years, has been abducted by gunmen yesterday at Ahmedjo.
Okay. Erastus, I guess you'll be doing more follow-ups today, because this happened last night, you say?
Yes, just around 8 p.m.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it here for you to get back to us with more details later today. That's Erastus Asari-Donko, our colleague in Kumasi, reporting an alleged kidnapping of an Indian businessman in Kumasi. There will be a lot more clarity, I guess, later today when the police steps in on this matter. Kojo, let's do the papers.
Absolutely. All right. So I've got a few of them here. Right. I'll start with the Daily Guide. Now, this is interesting. Interpol Red Alert. Nam1 faces 25 years over 5.4 billion Ghana cedis fraud. First Lady pushes for zero malaria. Mass Ghana card registration takes off, and 31 embassies storm Kumasi for Otumfuo's Investors Forum. Those are the stories on the front page of the Daily Guide. I'll check out the back page real quick if we have it. Kotoko storm Menshia for Otumfuo's Grand Durbar. Also, Louis Appiaje making Ghana proud. And celebrity host South African Freedom Golf. Mo Farah, Gebre Selassie clash over alleged theft. Yikes. All right then. So Ghana to lose $15 billion oil revenue if. That's Imani Africa raising a red flag there. Also, no gift miss, no funding from Consolidated Fund. Accountant General warns MDAs. Policeman convicted and fined 600 Ghana cedis for traffic offense. That's the policeman who is accused of assaulting 3 Ghanaian Times journalists. Use funds judiciously to fight malaria. That's the First Lady speaking. And on the back page of the Ghanaian Times, a couple of development stories. Ghana card mass registration begins April 29. And 5-year strategic plan for University of Education Winneba launched in Kumasi. So that's it for the Times. I'll do the Gold Street Business next. Really quickly on the front page, Gold Street Business. IMF identifies 5 threats to Ghana's economy. Also, Bank of Ghana stands to tackle exchange rate volatility. And 31 embassies confirm attendance of Otumfuo's Investors Forum. There's an interesting event to be at. On the back page, Visa PalmPay partner to drive financial inclusion. So Visa and PalmPay are partnering to drive financial inclusion. And BIMA, B-I-M-A, launches insurance policies for lower income earners. All right then. Let's move on to the Herald next. The Herald newspaper has this rather incendiary headline. GNPC boss denies Imani Africa's claims on $4.4 billion petroleum deal. Also on the front page, Osafo Mafo's Aisha Wang murdered a Ghanaian. That's according to a former associate who opened up to her terror. Awamefia. I hope I've said that right. Awamefia. Awamefia. Is that right?
Awamefia. Can I see that?
Awamefia. Awamefia. Hey, Awamefia.
But you tried.
I'm getting there. So, Awamefia reveals how Angola was established.
Okay, now you're not being fair to us.
But that's an how Anloga, sorry, was established in Kumasi.
How, which one?
Anloga.
Angloga.
Anloga. Anloga.
I need to find you some.
Charlie, no, there's no way to eat akple this early in the morning, so forgive me. Awomefia reveals how Anloga was established in Kumasi.
No, that's not how they said it.
All right, Ukujato Ablakwa presents medical equipment to Bato Catholic Hospital and Faith's Children. That's also on the front page of the Herald. Right, the Daily Dispatch next. And nothing here about Anloga, so hopefully I'll make it through unscathed. Kweku Bako on deported Galamsey Queen. She blackmailed powerful persons with their sex videos. Also, NIA's registration to end in Central in March 2020. Ghana's NPA and Korea's K-Petro sign MOU. And always listen twice. First, what is being said, and then who said it. That's an opinion piece, I believe, which you will find within the pages of the Daily Dispatch. The Independent next, and as always, or as often, they have the picture of the Vice President on the front page. And here's the banner headline: Baumia to partake in Oxford University series of lectures. I think they meant participate. Partake means to take a share. But to participate, I think, is what they're trying to say. Approximately 547,768 Ghanaians issued with Ghana card. That's according to the NIA boss, also on the front page of The Independent. And finally, the Publisher newspaper has this banner headline: 194 foreigners in Galamsey deported. NPA to promote petroleum quality. Tadi girl's family on warpath says we have lost confidence in police. And Charles Bissew's fate hangs. That's it for the Publisher. That's it for me and the papers.
All right, let's do the Daily Graphic newspaper. Front page of today's graphic: 31 missions to participate in Asantehene Investors Forum. Aisha Wan was not exchanged for Chinese loan. It's also another headline in the graphic. Adjust cocoa price downwards. IMF advises government, with a picture of the cocoa board boss. But the banner headline, the story that made huge headlines yesterday, with a reaction coming through in the form of a statement: negotiate agreements with Accra Imani. Africa urges governments. Let's follow up quickly with a finder. Okay, no, not quite. Let's go to the back page of the Daily Graphic. Adentan Assembly launches project on fish farming, and NHIA begins mass registration exercise in Accra Monday. Center spread: Ghana among highest malaria endemic countries in sub-Saharan Africa, according to the World Health Organization 2018 report. Education Ministry heads of 16 institutions sign performance contracts. Interesting details in the center spread of the paper. On to the finder now. And NIA mass registration starts on Monday from Accra West. Dr. KK Sapon threatens to sue Imani over conflict of interest claim. GPHA staff starts 1-week red protest against MP's concession deal. Lateef Abubakar premieres Christmas in April this weekend. Let's do the Daily Statesman, and we'll finish up with the Ghanaian Observer. The Daily Statesman newspaper, front page: 32,000 health workers to assist fight against malaria. No cash for Chinese cases. Aisha Wan wasn't swapped for the 2 billion Sino-Hydro deal. Otumfuo say Tutu II, 20 years on the golden stool. Special feature on a bold Asantehene for modern times. The Ghanaian Observer newspaper: Minister slicks controversy over Aisha Wan release, says no government official shielded Chinese Galamsey Queen. But did he set his own question and answered it yesterday? This is what we've been talking about. Mass Ghana card registration begins Monday. Otumfuo charges Ashanti Group export more to strengthen local currency. Tiwala Group chairman seems to be saying to us. NPA pushes for quality petroleum products. Also another headline. On the back is some sports. We've got sport right after the review, so I'll leave the details there for Benedict to come and share with all of us. We want to do some details of some of the story. Well,
sure.
Imani's press conference was highly publicized.
Yes, we'll talk about that, I think. But just before that, do you know what Chinese kisses are?
No, not the normal kisses.
No.
Okay.
So it's a common, it's an expression, okay, for a kiss below the waist.
Is it?
Yeah. So
how does that fit in this? We're talking about the headline in the Daily Statesman.
That's right.
No cash for Chinese
now,
kisses.
the Daily Statesman, I've got to say, they write some of the best English in newspapers. Some of the best. And you can see the play on words there. They are trying to say no cash for Aisha Wan's release, but then they also link it to the rumors of sexual favors and so forth by using the term Chinese kisses. So it's a play on words. It kind of works. I like it. But yeah.
Well, I thought it was more of Sino-Hydra. I didn't think they were well.
Kweku Bako.
I'm learning now.
We read a headline in
now.
the Dispatch. Kweku Bako said she blackmailed powerful persons with their sex videos. So I guess that is the sexual connection there.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has the videos?
I don't know.
We should ask him. Tomorrow, Saturday, Abby, comes on News File.
So I should come and hang around and
ask him if he's seen the videos.
Videos we are watching. Send them, Mama, be so for those.
Okay, so I was just saying that Imani's press conference and the allegations and the fact that they're pushing for government really to take another look at Aker Energy's deal again. Okay, but that was highly publicized with all the allegations. But now the GMPC boss also issued a statement and saying that, well, he hasn't been in any conflict of interest situation because allegedly himself and his family are supposed to be owning a company that partners Aker Energy, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the allegation.
So that's the allegation. So he's reacting to it. I thought I'll bring you just a little bit the Finder newspaper's version of this allegation. Well, okay, that's on page 11 in the newspaper. We'll see how this goes because, you know, Imani's vice president is also a lawyer, so he should understand the things that he said. So he says he wants the retraction and unreserved apology to be given as much provenance as the allegation which was made at a press conference in Accra yesterday, warning that he reserved the right to seek legal redress. And then, according to him, Ford Trade's 2% stake in Deepwater Tunnel Cape 3 Points block was acquired in 2014, long before his appointment in 2017 as chief executive of GMPC. And he expressed surprise that Imani failed to do due diligence on the ownership of Ford Trade before arriving at its erroneous conclusion, causing him serious embarrassment and jeopardizing his standing in the international business community. The last one. No doubt I have incurred immense economic, political and social costs by Imani Ghana's unjustifiable claim. This I find unacceptable and hereby demand a retraction of the said claim and the apology as well.
Yeah, which of course is all within his rights. I suppose what Kofi Bento said, and we have the clip, so perhaps later when we discuss it further we can play it. But what Kofi Bento actually said, in addition to making the allegation, he said that this would mean that GNPC would in essence be negotiating with itself if the allegation is true. Okay, that's his, his claim. So he's not saying that GNPC awarded the contract to this company, which he alleges belongs to KK Sapon. He didn't say that Mr. KK Sapon, as head of GNPC, awarded the contract to the company. What he's saying is that if right now there's a need for negotiation, which they are calling for because of all of their discoveries, that negotiation would then be, if the allegation is true, between KK Sapon and his own company.
Okay, so let's get something right. So Imani is not saying that the CEO of GMPC owns a company for a fact that has an interest in Aker Energy for a fact. Is that it?
What they're saying,
it's an allegation.
They have made an allegation, and they were very clear. They used the word allegedly many times. So what they are saying is that there is an allegation that the company that has signed this deal with Aker to be its local partner is owned by KK Sapong and or his family, allegedly.
I've got a few
All right.
questions on that. Let's stay there.
Okay.
Who made the initial allegation? Like who said? Because when ordinary persons come out to say things, we ask them lots of questions.
That's right.
So who made the allegation?
Kofi Bento. Yeah.
Well,
so this
it'll
I am
be
assuming.
interesting.
Yes, this I am assuming is based on his Imani Africa's own research or Kofi Bento's own research. This is the allegation he is making. So yes, I mean, Mr. KK Sapong is fully has the right to rejoin and call for an apology if he insists that it is not true. And I guess now the point is for the person who made the allegation to now prove.
All right, we will have a full-blown conversation on that when we settle down with our guest right after sports to do some AM talk. We've got Ali Desedu, political scientist, in the studio. Neil Antivanderpoy is a member of parliament and a member of the NDC. He also joins us. A number of issues that we'll be discussing. So
absolutely,
we can do the online review.
Looking forward to that. Right, let's see what's happening on myjoyonline.com. Quite a bit this morning, and it's here. Okay, we can't bring Men's Gold CEO home just yet. That's according to the Attorney General. IMF advises government to reduce cocoa producer prices. That's also on there. 10 common reasons for a sexless marriage. Marvi, can you give me one reason for a sexless marriage?
A reason for a sexless marriage?
Yes, apparently there are 10 common reasons for it on myjoyonline.com.
If you no longer feel attracted to your partner.
Okay.
Unless I don't understand the question.
I think you've got it.
I don't know.
I think you've got
I'm thinking that could be one.
I haven't read the article either, but
and then I guess sometimes stress and things like that.
You were starting to come out with a few more reasons there.
You have a lot more experience than I do.
Actually, I don't.
We have our Friday relationship conversation, by the way.
Yes. And today we're asking a very interesting question. Is money more important to the modern woman than love?
Is money more important than love? What is love? Hello?
Hey,
what is love without money?
That's
Cash.
Mama B's answer right there.
No, I haven't answered. I'm just asking questions.
Hey, yo. All right. Okay, let's see a few more headlines there before we go. KK Sapong denies Imani claims, demands retraction. And let's see the next one. Okay, what was that again?
I thought it was ban.
Disclosing info on missing Tadi girls, dangerous. That's what the Attorney General said to Lexis. And, well, I wonder what you think about that. Also, ban import of medicines produced locally. That's Professor Stephen Ade making that call. I can see why. Unemployment menace purely case of skills deficit. That's according to Professor Barb Watting, who is a development economist. And Aker Energy proposal deadline is not Friday. I wish we had finished that. Yes, Energy Minister refutes. There you go.
Okay.
All right. So I guess we'll pause for sports, and when we come back, of course, we've got AM Talk.
Yeah. Is Liverpool team of the year? Well, that's what Klopp is saying. The last time I checked, it's not like they're on top of the league table, are they? We've got sports after.
Is Manchester United team
we're
of
not
the
talking
year.
about Manchester. Please take your break.
We are not taking. We are talking about Manchester United. Hey, 4-0 more. All right, sports coming up, and I don't think Man U features.
Really?